Hey everyone, welcome back to Disabled Investor. It's been a fairly chill day, but I did something a little different today. I got a request from a viewer to go over how exactly my portfolio has grown with government grants and bonds. So I'll get into that in a sec, but I'm going to start with my regular portfolio update, show you what happened today, and then we'll get into some questions and answers with the community. To start, let's take a look at the portfolio and see what happened. So there were some moves within the portfolio. I didn't do any trades today, but that's okay. I don't need to trade every day. I try not to. It is Juneteenth in the States, starting, I guess, tomorrow is a holiday. So markets will be closed in the United States, but they're still open here in Canada. So I'll be here. But for now, it was, as I said, a pretty relaxed day, but I think things ended on a high note for a lot of my holdings ahead of the long weekend for the United States. So, best performer today was XEQT. I think that's on the back of optimism that the Strait of Hormuz will be open, regardless of whether it was a good deal or not. It's just going to happen. Also, Apple grew. The two leaps I have for Apple, those are $300 calls expiring in January 2028. Those gained, as did Leap for NVIDIA, expiring in December 2028. That is a $200 call. So it was good. And as for the rest of them, they all grew a little bit as well. Wasn't all positive though. There were some drags on the portfolio. Seemed like what comes goes. Yesterday was a gainer for AST Space Mobile and Planet Labs and Rocket Lab, but today they all gave up a fair bit of money. Starting with AST Space Mobile, it dipped below the $85 that the strike price is for these leaps. So the options are not worth what they were, and the value has dropped. Today, those are $85 calls expiring in January 2028 for AST Space Mobile, and they gave up $1,600 worth of value. Planet Labs also dropped in value today, so the $20 call expiring the same time frame for them dropped by a bit, and so did Rocket Lab, which is a $100 call expiring in January 2028. That gave up some money as well. And to finish the day, I ended up on a positive note, about $1,000 more than what I started the day at, which was a gain of almost 0.5%. That handily beat what the TSX delivered today, which was negative 0.44%. But I definitely underperformed the S&P 500 and NASDAQ indexes, ETFs, and indexes by a significant margin. The S&P 500 delivered a 1.08% increase in value today, and the NASDAQ was up 1.97% or 1.91%, pardon me. So, yeah, it could have been a better day, but it wasn't. And then the day ended off at $204,624, which, as I said, was a gain of about $1,000 and 0.49%. Now, to get into what was requested by viewer Donnie Darko, I have prepared a list with my holdings, the standard spreadsheet I put out with all the holdings in it that you can access. The link is in the description here, but I've put together a list so you can take a look yourself. And here we go. This shows, to start, where my portfolio is actually at in relation to yesterday. The bank says one thing, but my record shows something a little different. Of course, the bank always wins, but to keep it straight in my mind, I like to track where where things are going. So today ended off about $2,300 higher than where it closed yesterday, and when I recorded the totals yesterday. It could be just to do with the settlement of the account that makes a difference. But yeah, I'm up a little bit of money since yesterday. And then to get into what Donnie Darko asked about, I've prepared a little list here of where my monthly contributions are. I put in about $100 a month. Um, the annual entitlement that I have left this year is about $2,500. So that means that if I maximize all that, I'd get over $5,000 from the government. Because of the 10-year carry forward amounts, I did pretty good maximizing as much as I could last year. So the remaining 10-year carry forward is less this year. I've also recorded the total contributions room that I have left and the total contribution that I've made over the life of the RDSP. Right now, the total contribution is $25,500 that I've put in, and that means that I have $174,000 and change left that I could contribute before hitting the hard cap of the $200,000 contribution. I don't think I'm in danger of hitting that anytime soon unless I win a lottery, you know what I mean? And then as far as the Canada Disability Savings Grant and bonds, I've received $18,814 in bonds over the bunch of years that I've had it. I think I got it in 2014, so we're 12 years in. And my disability predated the disability tax credit that I got, so the carry forward happened then as well for 10 years. So I got that. And then the Canada Disability Savings Grant, I've received over $60,000 in grants from the government, which match and exceed what I put in. So as I said, I put in $25,000 over the life of this, and I've received $60,000 in grants. But what complicates this a little bit is I actually withdrew money early. I know it was stupid, but I needed it for paying rent one year. One month it was short by a lot, to do with a mix-up with reporting that I had done, but ODSP said I didn't, so they win. And I was put on a repayment. So 1 month was frozen with my account. I had to come up with some money, so I withdrew. I think it was $2,000, and it ended up costing another $8,000 in total from the account. So, and once that's gone, it's gone. Like once you withdraw early, they don't give you those Canada Disability Savings Grants and bonds back if you deposit more money. It's just tough luck. So I lost. Even though they say that I've received $60,000, which I have, I withdrew money early, so it doesn't make it a clean portrayal of what actually happened. But what are you gonna do? Stuff happens, life happens. So, anyways, that's where I'm at now. I can still contribute another $2,500 this year to maximize the carry forward amount, and I thought I'd just share what the carry forward amount actually, what all that means. I'll just bring it up here in the view so you can see it. Let's see, browser. I'm using OBS Studio, whether you like it or not. That's what I've got right now, and it can be okay, but it can be frustrating sometimes. And I'm still learning how to use it. Let's see. On screen, I have an explanation from Google Gemini about how exactly the carry forward works. and the limits. So if you, let's say you hit the age 45, I'm a 46 now, so you're 45, you never contributed anything to your RDSP, you just found out you could get it, you got a disability tax credit, you've opened your RDSP, what's the maximum you can receive carry forward amount? That is $10,500 in 1 year for the RDSP, the Canada Disability Savings Grants. And as far as bonds, you can receive up to $11,000 in 1 year for the carry forward. So that's that. And then as far as lifetime limits, the limit is $70,000 you can receive in Canada Disability Savings Grants and $20,000 in Canada Disability Savings Bonds. So if you recall from my little spreadsheet, I'm almost there. I've almost maxed it all out, but I'm going to keep going. I had a conversation with the RDSP people today. I'll put the phone number in the description of this video so anybody who wants to see can see. And yeah, I'm just noticing that the screen isn't showing what I thought it was. There it is. So on screen, I have the description of the Google Gemini. You can, if you can make it out, it outlines what I just described with the Canada Disability Savings Grants and bonds, the carry forward amounts, and the total lifetime limits that are available for those. And so I've shared with you, what's available. Depending on your income, that's what impacts how much money you can get from the government. The lower income you have, the more they tend to give you, but you have to contribute money in order to get the grants. The bonds, it doesn't matter if you contribute or not. If you're broke, you can receive up to $20,000 in the lifetime of that account. So it's worth having the RDSP, even if you only had $20,000 at the end of it. That's $20,000 you wouldn't have had otherwise. So there's that. And then as far as the Canada Disability Savings Grants go, if you contribute $1,500 a year and you're in the low income bracket like I am, which means I think your household earns less than $106,000 a year. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what the limit is, or maybe it's 38,000. I gotta double check. Bottom line is, if you're in the low income bracket, I think it's 38 now that I'm thinking of it. You get the matching grants up to 3 times. On a $500, you get $1,500, and then on the next $1,000, you get double. So it's a little complicated math, but it all works out. Anyways, it was a good conversation with the RDSP people today, and learning experience for me about where I'm at. So without further ado, I'll go to the community chat, see if anybody's there, wants to talk. Looks like it's kind of a ghost town today. And that's okay. You know what? It's a holiday weekend in the United States. I don't expect everybody to be thinking about money right now, other than what is needed for the weekend. So that's okay. If nobody has any questions on the live chat, that's all right. I'm always available to, well, not always, but I'm available to answer questions through comments after this is aired. So feel free to leave a comment if you have a question. I will do my best to respond and get back to you. And that's that. Thanks again for watching. Hope everybody has a happy Juneteenth in the United States. And as for my Canadian brothers and sisters and cousins, it's Friday coming. So yay, it's Friday. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good one. And I will talk to you again tomorrow at 6:45, live at 6:45. Take care. Not financial advice. I'm sharing my personal journey.